Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. When I try to log in with this Madhumita @gmail.com and with password, and it is showing this error.
Okay. Yeah, that you should work offline, na? Why you are saying in the demo? You should work
Sir,
offline with your
I
machine and
have
you should get it.
shared the screenshot of this error, but
No, you have to, when in the morning I'm asking who has what kind of problem, you should show me that problem, right? Why you are saying
sir,
during the demo time?
that time you asked about Jira setup.
Yeah, after the meeting you could have asked, right? Even during the stand-up meeting, Christian asked.
Sir, already I have sent you a message, but you have not responded.
Can you show me which message you are talking about?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have shared this.
Yeah, I think yesterday I told you, right, that error you have to check other day. How to debug. Did you try to debug it based on that error message?
After debugging, I am getting this error.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, even if I am not able to respond or I miss it, then you have to, again, you have to get back to me offline and you have to get it fixed. So until it is fixed, your demo is not ready, right? I mean, you have to follow up. Let's say I have missed it because I am dealing with so many other things. Let's say I missed it. So you have to remind me once again. Because every day morning, 2 times we are meeting you guys. So morning also I asked, maybe today we are busy with Jira, that is fine. But afterwards you could have followed. It is the same situation will happen in the office also, right? So it is your responsibility, so you have to follow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So anyway, so I mean, if you are not ready, let's get it fixed offline, and then you come for the demo. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on with the next demo. Next person.
Okay, sir. So the next person is Masetong. Masetong, is he here? Okay, Masetong is not here yet. Let me calm down, please. Is Pavitra on the call? Let me check. She's not here too. Okay. Shuaib is ready to present. Shuaib, can we hear from you?
Hi. 1 minute.
Masetong, are you ready?
Mustang is
Masetong
not there, I guess.
is not on the call. Okay. Shuaib, are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay, go ahead. Let me stop sharing.
I hope my screen is visible. So, in my last presentation, I have discussed the type of APIs and APIs what are available. And have even given a small demonstration about any API, configuring of a calculation and the final discount what the user is getting. So we have integrated with the Lambda function and all. But in this demo, I'll be showing about a full-fledged demonstration about how the integration of architecture is done. So basically, in this thing, we have a code here. So this is a thing that is in the repository which I have cloned here, and which has pom.xml, and we have a db scripts here. We have a content that the tables that has to be created in the db. We have a scripts for it, and the basic thing what I have did is I have created a I mean created a I have completed the task in the local successfully. Then I have moved this to cloud, that is AWS. So in this folder, what I have did is I have entered into the command line and have given this package, MVN package, which will compile the source code that is pom.xml to a package file that we are extracting it in the jar format. So, and even I am zipping this file to with the name of Lambda package, so that I could use it for Lambda function. So after compiling that, after the build is success, we'll be getting the for target location where our zip file and the var file has been generated. So basically, if you move into this target location after the compiling, you'll be getting a folder called target. Target is a folder that is achieved after the compilation and the package is completed. This is the jar file, and this is a package file, that zip file, I would say. So what the later on what I have created is I have moved to AWS account. So I have created a so 1 minute.
Yeah, because
So this is an S3 bucket in AWS. This is an object storage.
but 4 people it might be little congested.
So the region which I have chose is Ohio region. US East, actually East 2.
So I can show you.
So I have created a bucket
So
named
for one piece
Ohio bucket Lambda. It's a shortcut which I have used, and I uploaded the file from here.
What?
This zip file which I have, this zip file is the one which I have uploaded. So then after clicking this, I will be using the upload button. Then later on, so this is how I got my the package into my S3 bucket. So what I'll be doing is I'll be copying the file URL. So I will be copying the URL of this. So later on, the one task is done. The another task is creating of a Lambda function. So the Lambda function has two things. The name what I have mentioned for the function is API. So if you move into this API, you'll be having a thing that from the trigger as an API. We'll be configuring this after the Lambda function is done. So the basic settings that I will be creating in the very beginning is going into the configuration and the general settings. I will be changing it to 15 minutes timeout. The Lambda has a 15 minutes timeout duration. It is the maximum timeout duration, and I have changed this memory to 1 GB. And this is the basic settings. And in the permissions, I have given the necessary roles for the Lambda functions to integrate. But in this, to have an access to all This is the RDS, MySQL RDS. This is the endpoint. So basically, I'll be showing you what are the things that are involved in creating an RDS. The standard one, MySQL. What we need to take accordingly the use case. My engine type, I meant to say version. So I would go with the free tag. I would specify a database identifier name just for identification purpose here, and the password will be here. So the type of instance in the background that would be running on top of which our database will be running. So we need to specify that. So how my connectivity of database should be done? Either it should be a private or a public one. So I have configured it in a private so that I can use this. I can connect with internet. So this is the one. Yeah, go with an internet facing and then public facing for public access. So then later on, my password authentication is the one I am using. Password authentication to connect with the database. So I'll be clicking on the create database, and my database will be up and running. So later on, what I'll be doing is I'll take the database endpoint. I'll be taking this data point and endpoint, database endpoint, and the port number which it can be accessible is 3306 MySQL. We need to change it in the security groups so that our incoming traffic can have an access to the database. So in MySQL Workbench, we need to create here I have created a DB. So basically where we will go. So yeah, we'll give any specific, we don't have to specify any particular name. We can give any random name just for identification purposes. The transfer of method protocol that is used, TCP and IP. In the host name, we need to specify the endpoint what we have used there. So the port number is this, and the username for accessing into our database, and that would be our username, and the password that has to be given here is the same. So after giving the username, we need to give this. We need to select store in vault. So after that, you will be asked for a prompt to give a password. You need to specify here and click on OK. And test connection, you will be getting a pop-up that it's get successful. So after that, you need to click on and you will be getting access to it. So you need to double click on this and you'll be redirecting to here. So after that, you need to create a schema here. After creating a schema, you need to create a table. So to create a table and all, as I already said that we have a DB scripts with us. So we need to give all these 9 DB scripts. All these DB scripts with 9 total DB tables that we will be having. So we need to create that. So our table creation will be done in our database. And after that, what we need to do is so take the endpoint. So now the database integrated, and before making a package, we need to give the endpoint here and the database name here. Till here, the database endpoint comes, and later from here to here, the database name. After that, we need to create a package, that is Lambda package, and we need to push it to S3 bucket. And after pushing that, copy the S3 bucket link, come here and in the Lambda function, go to the code, select upload from S3 bucket location. As we have the URL of the object name of the S3 bucket, this we need to paste it here and click on save, and it will be popped up here. The size is 82.5. The runtime we have chosen is Java 11, and this is must actually the com.gts.user and this is an handler name. So we need to specify this name according to our code. So this is the class actually, com.gts.user. So under that we have class GTS identity service stream lambda handler. We need to specify the entry point. So this could be an entry point for our code to get accessed. So we need to specify that by giving an edit here. So as I already said, then later on what we'll be doing is we'll be moving to RDS here. So connect to RDS will be selecting under configurations of lambda function, and under configuration we'll be going with RDS, connect to RDS database. So this is the dashboard how it looks. If you are having an existing database, then go click on to the use an existing database, and we'll go with the existing database name. And what type of proxy are we using? If we have any particular proxy, then we can use it. And we can, as I have used, do not use a database proxy I have specified, and I have created this. And after doing that, this is how it looks. The DB will be get integrated into the Lambda function. So now the code is integrated and the API is also integrated. So how to check what API is integrated? So we need to go to the configurations, and under the triggers, you'll be seeing the API gateway. So select the API gateway here. This is the endpoint, the URL of the API, so that our communication happens here. So what I'll be doing is I'll take this thing. I have specified this as a raw method. Raw, and the method is post. First we'll do is we'll test this API here. One minute, we'll be hitting the endpoint now. 1 minute. As you can see now, the user email already exists. It is showing. Let me make an entry here. True, the user registered successfully. It is showing. So if I give the same input now it will be saying that the user email already exists. So let me show this in the database in a visual method. So this is the email ID. So that we have made an entry here. And we can even give particular things on what type of entry we need to do and what type of table we need to specify or make an entry to it. We need to specify in the endpoint and we can do the same. Thank you.
Yeah, very good demo.
Thank you, sir.
Guys, anybody, any question? So one thing I'm observing, like, there is no comment, feedback, or, any question during the session, right? So it basically keeps you inactive. It shows that either you are bored or you are not understanding or you are understanding everything, any one of those, right? So, my advice will be participate in all demo, try to read or see whatever is displayed in the screen, whatever is being said, listen them properly, because this is how you learn, step by step. You won't be able to grab everything together. Today he is demoing it, you have a chance to at least learn 5 to 10%. Tomorrow when you will demo, your knowledge will increase by another 15 to 20%. So it will never be 100% in a single time. So step by step, gradually you have to learn, and you can learn more only when you actively participate. So please
Okay.
keep that in mind and participate actively in all demos. That will be helpful for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and Okende has worked together. Sir.
So good job, Mastu, and yeah, not Mastu, I think Kahinde, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Good. So guys,
Thank.
especially other, like, I'll give you example for these guys, what they have done. So Madhumita, what these guys have been working parallelly with me offline, and they have been getting stuck up several times, and they took help and they are able to complete this assignment. So I think Madhumita is not there in the call. Are you there in the call?
She's not.
I don't think she is.
No, sir.
So guys, this is how you have to do. So even sometimes I may miss your message or I may not be able to respond it, but you have to remind, if not once, twice, thrice also you have to remind. And that is how exactly it will happen in the organization. When you work, your lead or your manager would be very busy. They would be managing so many stuff that they may not be able to respond because they have to respond to the most priority item. Okay, so they will have their own priorities, you will have your own priority. So you have to very politely communicate, politely coordinate and collaborate with your manager, and constantly seek for help or whatever queries, doubts you have to bring up in the meeting. If manager is not ready, get it through the scrum master. So if I am not available, you have always option to tell Christiana that I am waiting for this, can you please.
Sure.
Okay,
Sir.
sir.
So these are the things,
Yes, sir.
guys. Real time practice you have to make, and that is how you become a good professional. I mean, if you are getting frustrated that, oh, he is not responding, they are not doing anything for me, then it is a negative. Okay, so yeah, well done, well done. So I think we can see what would be the next. Yeah, Pavitra, you have a point.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Shall I present it now, sir?
Who is next?